Even 414 days into this unrelenting war, the brutality of the invading forces still manages to shock. An unverified video circulating online, which we've chosen not to air, appears to show Russian soldiers beheading a Ukrainian prisoner of war as he screams.
How easily these beasts kill. We are not going to forget anything.
A second, yet unverified video showing the beheaded corpses of 2 more Ukrainian servicemen lying next to their destroyed military vehicle.
They are in this video are proud with their ability to kill.
Ukraine's allies joining Volodymyr Zelenskyy in calling out Russia.
The EU reiterates its firm commitment to holding to account all perpetrators and accomplices of war crimes committed in connection with Russia's war of aggression against Ukraine.
As Ukraine's army prepares to launch its much-anticipated spring offensive, which was recently put at risk by the purported leak of dozens of classified US documents.
I am convinced that our American friends will do everything to find the source of this leak and will also do everything to prevent such operations in the future.
In Kyiv, Ukrainians remain focused on their cause, optimistic about defending their homeland.
We need to reclaim our land.
I'm sure that everything will only get better.
Preparing for day 415 since Russia invaded Ukraine.
Well, Kira Rudik is the Ukrainian MP. She joins us now. Kira, these beheading videos are still unverified, but just how have Ukrainians responded to them?
Terribly. I did not sleep for a night after I watched it a day before. It's incredibly hard seeing it, and incredibly hard because each of us has somebody fighting at the front right now. And when you see it, you think, oh, it could be my loved one. And you can imagine how terrifying it is. But it's even more important for people to realize that this is exactly why we are fighting. So more people would not be tortured like this. More people would not die like this. We want to destroy this evil that came to our land, and we will do everything possible and impossible for it to happen.
And of course, those videos land in the context of you being about to launch a spring offensive, some of the details of which seem to have been leaked in classified documents that we just heard about. What effect does the fact that those documents got leaked have on the offensive?
Well, first of all, what our military officials are saying, that these documents are a mix of true and false. And when you see something like it, you know that somebody mixed it, and it seems like special operations, a special operation of our enemy. Of course, they are attempting not to stop counteroffensive. I don't think that it's possible to stop. However, they are trying to break the unity of the democratic countries. This has been Putin's plan all along. We are getting ready. We are making sure that our soldiers, brave men and women at the front, are having everything possible and everything needed to be ready when the time comes.
Well, to that point, Kira, at this juncture, what does Ukraine need from the international community?
Well, first of all, we need all the promises to be fulfilled, right? It turns out that between the political statement and between the time that Ukrainian soldier is getting the weapons into his hands, it could be like 6 months. Second point, of course, we need the fighter jets. The third point, of course, we need the artillery and we need the supplies, because Russia still has like 10 times more supplies that we do, and they are able to launch the attacks in different ways, not even counting of what they are spending. For us, we are being very effective and efficient with every piece of weapons that we receive. But even though it is always not enough, of those supplies and of the ammunition to be standing to the enemy that is much larger, much more cruel, and does not count for the human life at all.
Kira, you touched on the importance of supplies. Ukraine has been using AC/DC to appeal to Australians for more patrol vehicles. Let's take a look at it here. Are you guys big AC/DC fans in Ukraine?
Yes, of course. And, first of all, I would like to thank Australia and Australian people for the Bushmaster that we have already received. You have seen last year when we were freeing our eastern territories, how the bushmasters were used. And right now we say we need more. You can have an influence on how effective and successful our counteroffensive would be. And you know that we will use the bushmasters for good. You know that. And whatever is stopping the government to making this decision, please fight it. We really, really need those vehicles. We will put them to a very good use. I can promise you that.
Well, Kira Rudik, AC/DC fan and Ukrainian MP, thank you very much for your time tonight.
Thank you, and glory to Ukraine.